Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M40 M43. It's the Tier 8 American SPG. It's located on the north spawn of Prokhorovka, and it's under the command of Yarbas of OLIMP. And he's got the rammer, gun laying drive, and the rotation device as his extra equipment, and an orderly ammo rack. Game on! Well, that's the 8-inch howitzer, 203mm in caliber, 900 alpha, and capable of penetrating 52mm of armor. This is the hull of an M4. Basically, that's what they were made from. But of course, you can see there's an extra wide gap between the bogies, and that's because they had to lengthen the vehicle somewhat, and they had to put a gap in there to make it work. Horizontal volute suspension system, which means it's an advanced version. Okay, he's just platooned, and he's platooned with a Sharp Future 4 and a Type 63. It's a Tier 9 game with Tier 8 tanks in it. He's dialing in on that T10, and Yarbas is going to give him a bit of a wallop. Okay, that landed nearby. It's bound to have done some splash damage, and he's moving to avoid getting a counter battery. Always a wise move. You don't have to move very far, you just have to move backwards or forwards enough, but actually it's more preferable to move slightly to one side, which is what Yarbas did there. And that means that if they're aiming for a spot which they think you might be in, you might be somewhere else. Okay, he's looking at this 50 TP, rounds out. Direct hit right on the rear. 208 hit points of damage. Okay, Type 68 now. Not going to be loaded for a little while. Standard reload is 44.1 seconds. He's got 35.52. He favours the overhead method to start with, but he's also using battle assistant occasionally. It's actually quite good to use the battle assistant you get with Aslains, because it's actually rather steady. Oh, now that didn't go so well. I think the shell landed short. You can see the crater there, some distance away, but I think it was down to that ridgeline. Okay, up on top of the hill, he can see there's a Patriot. And there's a couple of other tanks, I think. Our guys are moving quite rapidly through them. And this guy, the Cobra, is about to get rammed. Yeah, that's rather unfortunate. Not. Yeah, he stayed there too long. His teammate did the wise thing. He scarpered before they ran over him. Okay, there's the 50 TP again. Looks like he's looking up at the hill. Rounds out. Direct hit. 289 this time. Non-penetrating shot, but it certainly does upset them, especially when they get stunned. As I said, the damage is 900. It's got 12.5 to 28 seconds of stun and a blast radius of 10.5 meters. There's the Patriot. We saw him up on top of the hill. He's pulled back. He knows he's in danger, and he's not the only one. We're almost loaded. Lining up on the T10. And the round goes in. We didn't see the tank at the moment he fired, so it was a blind shot. The good news is now the enemy Arty's suddenly come into sight. He's a little further back in the tree line. The 68's trying to use his gun depression. Unfortunately, he is being quite effective. Another enemy Arty's just come into sight, and it's the M40, M43. Oh, is that the same one? It is the same one. Sorry, I was wrong. And that one landed next to the 68. You can see the crater. It's right next door to his tracks. but the stun will actually slow down his rate of fire. And in fact, we are getting stun assists now. That may have been his intention, to actually stun the guy, and that way he'd pick up extra from that. Getting stun assist is really effective if you want to get an ace tanker. I've seen a lot of players, especially in light tanks, get an ace tanker merely by doing assistance or spotting assist during a game. Well, the enemy lost their Patriot, and now the Type 68's decided to pull back, but he's still taking fire, and now he's taking fire from our teammates up at the center line. I think he's about to go. Yep, there you go. In fact, our Type 68 took a big hit from somebody else on the enemy team. There's the T10 lining up a shot. Yep, it's a hit. 402 hit points of damage from that one. And the shot that kills the T10 actually came in from the other Arty on our team, an M43, M55. Okay, so we've got a 4-tank advantage at the moment. And that means that the enemy is being compressed into this area on the map. And in fact, the first one we see is an AMX AC-48. Rounds out. He didn't give enough lead time on that one because the guy was moving fast, but he still managed to get some hit points. And there's the M53, M55 giving us some stun assists as well. Now, the one problem with this Arty is you don't get a whole lot of shells. Only 16 rounds in total. And that makes it quite difficult. He's got 7 rounds left to go. He's expecting that that guy is there. Yes, he is. Rounds out. And 327. He goes down immediately afterwards, which means he got the rest of the stun assist, and the Scorpion's just gone. So we're looking around for more targets. There's only 3 enemy left. The AMX M451, a Tortoise, and an XM57. And there's one of them, the XM. He's gone. And so now it's either the Tortoise or the AMX. We're looking for the AMX. There he is. He just took a hit from one of our platoon mates. Rounds out. Direct hit. 321. It stunned him and it's tracked him. And we're getting loads of assists. And the Charioteer ends the game with that last kill. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Yarbas of OLIMP in the M40, M43. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 9, and he got a win rate of 1,954, which is very good. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he didn't get the highest damage in this game because the Jagdtiger prototype actually managed to get the high caliber and a Confederate for 4,877 hit points of damage. Second highest was the Sharpshooter 4, one of our platoon mates, who managed 3,250, and the other platoon mate actually got 2,361, but he wasn't third because that was the Tortoise on the enemy team, who managed 2,941, and we can see Yarbas got 1,981 hit points of actual damage, but he did get a lot of assists. When it came to kills, we can see top scorers were the Sharpshooter 4, our platoon mate, the T95, the Doom Turtle, the Object 752. Well, those two had 3, but the second place is the 752, the M53, M55, and the Type 68. And on the enemy team, their Tortoise got 2 kills as well. And we can see, yes, Yarbas didn't get any kills at all. And when it came to base XP, he's in 3rd place because the top scorer is the Sharpshooter 4, our platoon mate again, 1,170 to him. 1,104 went to that Jagdtiger prototype, And then Yarbas managed 1,052. Most of his was these assists. He fired 11 rounds in the game, but he got 4 direct hits on the enemy, no penetrations, but 11 splash. Damage of 1,981 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. He damaged 5 the enemy, didn't get any kills. Unfortunately, that meant he was 1 short of getting enough for a Confederate, but there again, his teammate in the Jagdtiger prototype actually did get a Confederate. And if we look at his stats, we can see that his difference when it comes up, and it will come up, hopefully. There you go. It's come up. He had 7 and 0, which means obviously that Yarbas would have had to have hit 2 extra tanks in order to get his Confederate out of that game. So going back to the details, we can see that he got 2,056 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns, and that earned him the ace tanker. On top of that, he got 2,395 credits on a premium account and 3,156 experience points after that game as well. So again, it does show that if you get enough stun assists, you can really get a good ace tanker out of it. And yes, the higher the amount of stun assists, the better off you are. So if you do stun some tanks instead of actually killing them, sometimes it works out in your favor. You just got to hit the tanks which are in sight for your teammates so that they're inclined to actually take them out as kills. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.